Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is one of this week's releases. This is Sympathy for No Devils number 2. I think it's out digitally. I'm not sure if it's out in physical stores, but we're going to pretend that it's out in both, and you should be able to get it in stores soon anyways. Sorry, sometimes like releases get really weird and dates move around and all that. So, Sympathy for No Devils is written by Brandon Thomas. Lee Ferguson is the artist. Jose Villarrubia is the colorist. Simon Bowland is the letterer. So this is an interesting detective series. The detective, or the main character's name is Winston, was a cop. Clearly, kind of had to quit for some reason, something that kind of like ruined his life, and then he's called back in to investigate a murder that's happened 3 years after another murder. Everything looks very similar. Winston is human, kind of in the world of monsters, and the monster that got killed is like this colossal being. So think about like trying to figure out who killed Galactus would be the equivalent of this. And Winston has some abilities, and his abilities seems to be he's got a horseshoe up his butt. He kind of lucks into everything, and things generally work out for him. So it's been an interesting first 2 issues. It's dragged a little bit for me. I like kind of the general concept. Hasn't quite had the pacing that I personally enjoy, so it feels very kind of slow for me overall. But it's a detective. It's more of a detective story than I would say like a noir story, because you can get noir with some really quick pacing. But this is just, I think, like really old school kind of like gumshoe detective type stuff, set in this really weird kind of future alien world. And then, if you were into that sort of story, like this is right up your alley. It's not one that's all about the action and the quick chases and pithy lines and all that. Like this is a screw up detective, the cops who don't like him, and a really strange mystery that's connected to a murder from years ago. So, based off of that, like if that sounds good to you, like go for it. There's a lot I like about it. It's just pacing's a little slow for me. And that's about it. But otherwise, like I like the characters, I like the designs, I like the concept. It's all really interesting, and I'm really intrigued to see. Like I want to know who did it. Basically, it's 2 issues in. I kind of want to know who did it. That's where I'm at. Like I'm gonna see this through because I want to find out who pulled the trigger, or maybe did some other stuff. The art is interesting. Like it's not flashy, but there's some cool stuff done to it. You see kind of page there a little bit, interesting panel work. Like this page has got a lot of fascinating, I think, panel work. Some cool breakdown on the page, personally, I think. But yeah, like it's just it's an interesting design, and like, you're looking at aliens and weird tech and this kind of weird, crazy future world, but it also doesn't like overplay that, where you're constantly distracted by everything else out there. So that's good, I think. Like it's one that just it focuses on the mystery. Like this is really just a detective noir crime story, old school pacing, storytelling, with a flashy futuristic veneer. I think that's a great way of describing it. You can also kind of see the cover. The cover plays off of Winston's luck. See him bouncing around and then kind of walk away from falling off the building. That sums up kind of like what has happened to him in a lot of ways in various different situations. So yeah, like if you like the concept that I've been talking about, go for it. This isn't one that I necessarily would rush out for, but is one that I would like to read as a trade, if that makes sense. That I can go for one sitting and crack through all of it. But like if you like the waiting and all that, like go for it. It's well worth if you like the genre and that sort of story. Out in comic shops now. You can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell you the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so you get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site, so thank you. And speaking of support, I want to thank AfterShock for hooking us up with a review copy. We appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into comics, if you're into AfterShock, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy. Keep it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.